What is up, guys? In this video, I am going to be showing you guys how to do one of the biggest things people screw up in the power clean, which is the first pull. So I'm going to teach you how to set yourself up and what I want to see in the first pull, which is from the floor in a power clean to above the knee. If you do not do this correctly, you will mess up essentially the rest of the lift. Each day I'm going to go through each of the pulls in the power clean, and hopefully by the time you guys watch all of them, you will be able to do this lift proficiently. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that the bar is the correct height off the floor. If you screw this up, then you're probably not going to be able to do any of the lift. If you're taller, you can actually find pads, like these red pads back here are good, or you can use the safety bars here, or the, I guess, what would you call these?
Yeah, safety pins.
The safety pins to make sure that the bar starts the right height off the ground. I think the distance off the ground, do you know what the radius of this is? About
I think it's 10 inches off the ground.
10 inches?
Yeah.
Okay, so about 10 inches off the ground. So Isaiah's going to set himself up. First things first, he's going to make sure that the bar is right over his laces. I like to see the bar right. You good there? So the bar's right over the laces, and I like to see the knees come forward to weight about over the toe or in line with the front of his toe. His is slightly in front. The feet I like to see pretty narrow. I call it a jumping width if you were to do a standing vertical.
It's like this.
Yep. About that width, and then I want to see the back flat. So if you're not doing any, and the shoulders should be over the bar. So go ahead, set yourself up. So this is the set position. If you do not do this right, you're going to screw up the rest of the lift. And the number one thing that we're going to focus on is keeping his back flat. And all we are going to do, we're not going to angulate the hip at all. We're just going to move the knees straight back. And as he does this, each angle that his knee extends, the bar will correspondingly come up. So go ahead, go really slow. Just to above the knee, and this is the position I want to see him in, right? So the shins are vertical, the bar is just above the knee here, and his back is nice and flat where he has a slight arch, meaning he's extending, or he's shortening those muscles, and his spine is in extension, all right? So go ahead, do it again. And if you do it right, it should kind of feel like a leg press, right? So you can just keep repping it out, Isaiah. This is also his warm-up. And if you cannot do this, you just want to do what Isaiah is doing. Just put a really light weight on the bar and just practice the first pull. Is this warming you up pretty well?
Yeah.
Good. And the balance in terms of weight, it should be right in the center of your foot. Some coaches will say put the weight over your ankle in some senses. The other thing you'll notice is Isaiah is actually pulling the bar into himself. So if he were to keep his arms lax, the bar would kind of rest out in front of him. Yeah. You can go ahead and demonstrate that. So this is a big mistake I see too. Guys will let the bar float in front. That puts a lot of pressure on the low back. So you want to actively pull it into yourself. All right?
Okay.
And so from that position, if you are there, the next pull is very, very, very easy. The leg should be relatively extended in this position here. Go ahead, we'll show it as well. So he's in a lot of flexion here at the knee. As he stands up, the knee's in quite a bit of extension. Nice. The last thing that people do wrong is, or I guess one of the biggest things that people do wrong is they will navigate around the knee. So what they will do is they will start extending their hip or bringing their hips, whoa, I almost just sat on that. They'll start bringing their hips forward like this, and then they'll, while their knee is bent, and they'll kind of navigate the knee. So Isaiah, you can demonstrate how you do it wrong. So they'll, yep, so you can see that the bar is looping. It should come straight up or even back towards his hip. So from this angle, he's going around the knee. So that is a quick primer for you guys on the first pull. Go ahead, do a couple correctly. That is correct, right? And you'll also notice his hips are pretty high. So if you do it right, your hip position is relatively high compared to, say, a deadlift. Good. And then from there you jump. And we'll cover that next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm John Evans, the coach of the highest jumper in the world. This is Isaiah Rivera, the highest jumper in the world. And if you want to jump higher, go to THPStrength.com. See you guys.